Hey guys, I'm Beary Christmas, independent designer for Chalk Couture. I told you I'd be here live today. It's a little bit later than I anticipated, but it is 10-ish, which I said it's 10 something. So anyway, today I'm going to work with the inks, and I'm going to use this Beary Christmas. Now there's a lot of different places you can use this, but I'm just going to show you the one today. Of course, I got all my props here, my vintage truck. I'll take these away so I have a little bit more working room. Now, this pillowcase is not Chalk Couture's. They do have them, they sell them, but not in this color. They have them in the regular kind of an off-white canvas type. With a zipper, they're nice and everything like this, but I wanted a different color. So what we're going to use is this transfer. And you know, on the back of all their transfers, they have all their instructions. To your peel, apply, remove, clean, dry, and store. So if you have any questions, you can contact me or Chalk Couture, or look right here, and it'll give you a good idea. Now, also what we're going to use is Chalk Couture's matte, ink matte. And what this does, it's not necessary, you don't have to, but sure makes it much, much easier. We're going to use this size. They also have this one, and I have another one like this that I cut up in smaller pieces to use like for a t-shirt, something where you don't need as big of an area. Now, what I like about these is that they're sticky. They're sticky matte, and it's thick enough that especially if you're working with thin material like a t-shirt, where it's going to block the bleed through going to the other side. So once you get in it, and you can see I've used this before, you reuse a bit, you reuse it. Don't use any wipes on it, just rinse it in water, and that'll take anything off of it. And let it air dry. This is a protective shield on it. You can tell how sticky it still is. Then you just take it and put it inside what you're going to use it for. Okay, now I'm not going to have to worry too much on the placing of this because the transfer I'm using it won't take up the whole space. Now, this is sticky. So, what I like about it is a lot of times this comes with wrinkles in it. Smooth this out. It's almost like you ironed it, which is nice. Just takes a little playing with it. I'm not going to worry about that around the edges, but around the middle. And of course you can measure when you put the transfer on, but you know, I never do. But that's up to you. Okay, see how smooth that is? Oh, that's cool. And it's stuck, so when you're working on it, it's not going to go all over the place. So this is a brand new transfer. However, it is going on fabric, so I'm not too worried about fuzzing it. If it were going on a non-porous surface, I probably would, especially a new one, because the new one is so sticky. because they're reusable. You know, you can use them over and over again as long as you clean them, take care of them properly. Now I'm going to use a marker. I always mark the back. Beary. I write what it is, but you could just put back whatever you want to do. Some of the transfers have a lot of separate pieces, so it makes it easier so I know what back to put it on. Also, if you have trouble putting the backs back on, they do have sheets that are 8 by 10. So the little ones you can just plop on there and not worry about fitting it exactly on there. Okay, now just take your finger and you want to get, see the sticky stuff on your finger, and just pull it back. Like that. And I'm just going to try to eyeball this. Mostly I kind of want it to be straight, and in the middle, maybe down just a little bit. Well, that looks pretty good to me. Okay, now smooth it out with your hands. You want to get the bubbles out of it, because if there's a bubble in it, the ink is going to seep through. You want the ink to go on all this netting. Everything that you see the design in, that's where the ink is going to show up. So we're going to spread it out. And it is pressure sensitive, so you just want to make sure it's all good around your design. This is why this is so nice, that this is sticky. It spreads all the wrinkles out, and you can get a good impression on it, or ink. All right, I might use the, nah. All right, the ink is permanent. So you want to be careful you don't get it off of your design. You might have trouble getting it off. So if you're worried about it, you can always use painter's tape on here. And of course I haven't gotten any of that out. So I think I'm going to try this thing. Yeah. Which at first I did not like this at all. And I think it's because I was using this part. And personally, I think it's for a right-hander. And I'm left-handed, so this just seemed awkward for me until I turned it over and I used the back side. And this just works better for me than the rounded edges, so that's what I use. And now I love them. I got another one, so I have 2 of those. Okay, this is a new bright white ink. So just mix it in there a little bit. The ink is a lot smoother texture than the paste is. And it really is easy to work with. Okay. A lot of times you really don't have to mix this. Like the paste, you can use it right from there, but since I just opened it, I just wanted to mix it. All right, so I'm going to use this to get some of this on. All right, and the ink takes longer to dry, so you really can kind of relax. And this is all one color, so it really should not take very long. I do like this white on the darker background. I think it really pops up. Looks really good. Sometimes simple is better. You can get too busy. That's just my opinion. So So what do you think, guys? Still don't know how to find comments, but if you're here, just say hi. I just like to see it. And I will check it later. And if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, so I'm just checking all this out, making sure I got everything inked up. Now I'm going through just trying to get some of the lines out of here. Making sure the bear is good and colored in, because he's a big open space, so. All right, let's see what happens. Let's do it side to side. You don't want to pull it from the corner on the bias because it will stretch, just like fabric does. You don't want to distort your transfer. So pull it from the straight edge, either one. Just slowly pull it back. And there you go. Ta! I love that wow factor when you pull the transfer off. It's amazing to me that I can do something like that. The results are awesome. And it wasn't that hard and it didn't take that long. Okay, now I am going to put this back in the jar. And I put the transfer in water for now. I'm going to put the squeegee in there too. And the stir stick. Then later after the video, make sure the chalk or the ink is off. And then I will take a Lysol wipe or disinfectant wipe, and not a baby wipe, and wipe it from, because the baby wipes, I've heard, take the stickiness off. So I don't know what it is, but it does. So what does that say about babies' bottoms? I don't know. Anyhow, a Lysol wipes on the front and back and let it dry, sticky side up. Now when it's wet, it loses some of its stickiness. So if you don't remember what part is sticky, or you can't tell, it's the darker side will be your sticky side. Usually you can kind of tell, but if not, look for the darker side. I'm trying to think of any other tips I can give. This would work good. I would just, especially all one color like that, I mean, a couple swipes and you're done. But I was a little worried that I would go over the margin and I didn't want to mess up the rest of my pillowcase. Now there is something else I was thinking of doing, but it would take too long on a live, and there's drying time involved and all that kind of stuff, and a big transfer. And that is this, I think it's houndstooth. Isn't that what it's called? Yeah, houndstooth pattern. Look at that. It's just about the right size too. I was going to put this on there as a background. So as a background, you don't want it to fight with your design, or I didn't. So I was going to do it in like this ink, which is Storm. So it's very close to this. I wanted it more of the background. I didn't want it to fight with the attention with the bear. So I might try that on the other side and post a picture of it later. So, oh, there's another thing. You could put this on a t-shirt. I think this would fit real good. In fact, I might do that. I have a red t-shirt. That I might put this on in the front. I know Christmas Day, we always, we're with family, and it's casual and comfy, and you know, that would be ideal for me to wear Christmas Day. And here is a canvas. Here's another idea. All I did with this, it's just your regular canvas. I took acrylic paint and I just did a gray and a white, and I took the brayer, which, see if I can get it out here without knocking everything down. I just, after I did stripes of the gray and the white, then I just took the brayer and moved it across and did the sides. Let it dry. Now, you could put this Beary Christmas on there. I would probably black. I don't know. It depends on what color you use. It's just an idea. Also, there's so many things, so many ideas. I better stop with that. So, bring my vintage Chalk back, which I just love. It's so cute. So if you have any questions, or if you want to look further, of course, you can always go to my website, chalkcouture.com/Sherry Criswell. You can just look around if you want. You can shop, or you could join and become a designer like me. You can just become a hobbyist, or you could run your own business. So anyhow, there's another tip for you. If there's anything else, especially in the haul video I did yesterday, you'd like to see me do, let me know. I'll try and do it. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye.